Okay, so we're going to be going over the first couple of the CER things that you guys have been working on. I want you to make sure that you follow the instructions completely. So up here, what you're going to do is you're going to answer the question right here, right? So you're going to circle the correct answer. And you're going to write in complete sentences in each of the 3 boxes down here. You must write in a complete sentence to get credit, okay? So the purpose of me going through it with you is to make sure that you have a complete understanding of the correct answer and why, and then how to express that answer and why in these boxes down here, okay? So just practicing that claim, evidence, and reasoning. Okay, so number 1, a student raises a parrot from the time it hatches. Which of these behaviors did the parrot most likely learn from living in the student's home? So right now the question is asking us what is learned. So we're looking for a learned behavior that the parrot got from living with the student, okay? The parrot flaps its wings while sitting on a perch. The parrot has a loud scream that hurts the student's ears. The parrot imitates the family dog barking, and the parrot tucks its head under its wings when it sleeps. Okay? So out of those, we're going to decide which one is a learned behavior and why we think that's the learned behavior. Okay? So the correct answer here is going to be the parrot imitating the dog. And that's because that has to be taught. Not all parrots naturally know how to do that. It's not an instinct or something that they're born with. Parrot flapping its wings while sitting on the perch, that is natural. That's for balance. And so it's something they instinctually do to make sure that they are balanced. The parrot has a loud scream. Um, Again, they're just born knowing to scream really loud. And then the parrot tucks its head under its wing when it sleeps. Again, no one's teaching it that. And since most parrots do all 3 of these things, that lets us know that that is something that they are instinctually knowing to do. Okay, so our answer is H. So your claim is going to be the parrot imitates the family dog barking is a learned behavior. Okay, so your claim is just answering the question. Okay, your evidence is going to be the facts from science that support your claim. So the facts that we know is that a learned behavior is something an organism is taught to do, and not all in the species know. The reasoning is going to be kind of putting these together. So how does this statement support your claim up here? Okay, so my reasoning is going to be that the parrot was taught to bark, and not all parrots know how to bark. Okay, so you can see how I use this understanding that I learned is behavior is taught, because I say that the barking is taught, and that not all parrots do it. So I have combined all the evidence and my claim, and now I'm going to do my reasoning. This is a learned behavior because it had to be taught to bark, and not all parrots bark. Okay. So again, we've answered the question. We've answered it here in a complete sentence. We've shown our evidence by defining what a learned behavior is, and then our reasoning is another complete sentence that tells how the evidence supports my claim. Okay, I'm going to go on to number 2, which is a group of students makes observations about fish in a small aquarium. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Most are about 10 centimeters long. One of the fish looks sick. 8 of the fish have black stripes. Some fish can squeeze through small openings between rocks. The fish swim to the surface when the food is held over the water. Some fish have tall fins. Okay, so which observations are about inherited traits? So something that is inherited, something they are born with from their parents. Okay, and a trait is a physical characteristic. So we're going to pick out of these which one only contains inherited traits. Okay. Number 1, let's go through and we're going to label which ones we think they are, inherited or not. Okay, so if they're inherited, we're going to put a check by them. Most are about 10 centimeters long, so their length would be inherited. Okay. One of the fish looks sick. Being sick is something that is like not inherited for the most part. Sometimes you get genetic stuff in there, but for the most part, being sick is just something that's like circumstantial. They're going to catch that from another fish or something's going to go wrong. So that would be acquired. 8 of the fish have black stripes. Our black stripes are going to be inherited from our parents. Okay. Some fish can squeeze through small openings between rocks. Okay, this would be a skill that maybe they acquire, but it's not something they're born with or inherited. The fish swim to the surface when food is held over the water. So this would be a learned behavior because they figure out, hey, this is where our food is coming from, but not all fish are going to swim to the top of water when you drop food on it. That's something that they learn how to do. It's not like a natural thing. And it's also not a trait. So I know that is a learned behavior. Some fish have wide tail fins, and this right here would be an inherited trait as well because their wide tail fin is something they're going to get from their parents. They're born with a physical characteristic. So our answer is going to have 1, 3, and 6 in it. So F is our correct answer. And our claim would be observations 1, 3, and 6 are inherited traits. Okay. Our evidence that we are going to have right here is we're just going to define inherited traits. So another complete sentence, inherited traits are physical characteristics that organisms, which is any living thing, are born with that are passed down by parents. Okay. And then what we're going to do here is our reasoning. We're going to explain why the evidence supports our claim. So why are 1, 3, and 6? Why do we think that they are, in fact, inherited traits? We're going to say, how long fish are having black stripes and wide tail fins are all physical traits that are passed down from parents. Okay, so again, we've answered the question and we have 3 complete sentences right here.